Hashtag YouTube is over party is trending right now, and pretty much everyone's getting deleted. Is what it appears to be.
People aren't getting deleted; they're having their videos getting deleted.
Well, the videos are getting taken. Well, no, Content Cop, whole channel, I think, is gone. Somebody's
taken
saying.
down.
So channels are getting taken down. Videos are getting taken down. Everybody went, oh my God, the 10th. They're going to change the rules on the 10th. Well, guess what? They decided that we weren't adding enough cool fun rules on the 10th. So we waited, a full whole day before we amended the new rules?
An update to our harassment policy. Over the last several years, we have worked to improve the way we manage our content on YouTube. Here, let me put it's easy for me to read it over here. To manage our content on YouTube by quickly removing it when it violates community guidelines, reducing the spread of borderline content, and raising up authoritative voices when people looking for breaking news and information, and rewarding trusted creators and artists that make YouTube a special place. Today, we're announcing a series of policies and product changes that update how we tackle harassment on YouTube. We systematically review all our policies to make sure the line between what we remove and what we allow is drawn in the right place. And we recognized earlier this year that for harassment, there is more we can do to protect our creators. Thank you, Crowder and Carlos Maza.
Okay, can I ask you a question now? I mean, trusted creators. You see all like the things they're using, authoritative voices and trusted creators, and you'd agree that CNBC, MSNBC, CNN, these are all going to be considered trusted creators on here. These are going to be legacy media. Cool. What they did to the Covington Catholic kids, wouldn't that have been harassment? I remember them talking about I remember them talking about the kids' looks. They were making fun of these kids. They were fucking kids.
Carter Page.
Carter Page is another one.
Harassment hurts our community by making people feel less inclined to share their opinions and engage with each other. We heard this time and again from creators, including those who met with us during the development of this policy update.
Philip DeFranco,
Ben Shapiro,
Steven Crowder.
Yeah. We also met with a number of experts who share their perspective and informed our process from organizations that study online bullying or advocate on the behalf of journalists to free speech proponents and policy organizations from all sides of the spectrum. We remain committed to our openness and platform to ensure that spirited debate and vigorous exchange of ideas continue to thrive here. However, we will not tolerate harassment, and we believe that the steps outlined below will contribute to our mission by making YouTube a better place. A stronger stance against threats and personal attacks. We've always removed videos that explicitly threaten someone, reveal confidential personal information. No, they don't. Or encourage people to harass someone else. No, they don't. Moving forward, our policies will go a step further, not only prohibit explicit threats, but also veiled or implied threats.
So basically, we're just going to delete you if...
What do you mean veiled or implied? So what is that? Who decides what's a veiled or implied threat? They do, I know.
No. The ADL and the SPLC do.
They do. This includes content simulating violence towards an individual or language suggesting physical violence may occur. No individual should be subject to harassment that suggests violence. Beyond threatening someone, there is also demeaning language that goes too far. To establish a consistent criteria for what type of content is not allowed on YouTube, we're building upon the framework we use for our hate speech policy, which is very vague already to begin with. We will no longer allow content that is maliciously insults someone based on protected attributes, such as race, gender, expression.
Desmond stuff,
Oh,
I'm guessing.
Or sexual. No, that would be sexual orientation. That's the last one. It's sexual orientation.
Yeah, I guess. But expression, isn't it like...
I think like your political views, but unless you're a conspiracy theorist, though, if you want to express conspiracies and stuff, they'll also kick you off. This applies to everyone from private individuals, YouTube creators, to public officials. But obviously not CNN, CBS, NBC, or anything like that.
Somewhere right now, Davey Crocco just bought like 3 burner phones, and he's just fucking signing up on new accounts, just getting them ready.
Something we heard from our creators is that harassment sometimes takes the shape of patterns of repeated behavior across multiple videos or comments.
Well, remember they were talking
Yeah.
about this a while back. They wanted to roll out. Remember when they said we're going to start policing you based on the comments on your page? Remember Tim Pool
Yeah.
immediately ran and got rid of all comments, and everybody's like, "What a pussy, dude! Relax."
Even if any individual video does not cross our policy line, to address this, we're tightening our policies to the YouTube Partner Program.
Is that the YouTube Partner Program that takes about up to a month to process the application?
Yeah.
When did we apply again?
July.
Ah,
To get even tougher on those who engage in harassing behavior and ensure we reward only trusted creators.
and we've been hearing this.
It's a class system. It's class warfare now is basically what it is. Channels that repeatedly brush up against our harassment policy will be suspended from the YouTube Partner Program, eliminating their ability to make money on YouTube. Hey, Keemstar, how's it going?
But I'm the news.
Hey, Keemstar.
But Susan.
Hey, what's going on, Keemstar?
No, but
You still defending and snitching on people? Mr. Brushes against it?
but they're the bad ones.
Remember when they changed it to 1,000 subscribers and Keemstar was like, you guys suck. If you can't make 1,000, blah, 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 this will never affect me. Here we are, 2019, it will affect you. We may also remove content from channels if they repeatedly harass somebody. If this behavior continues, we'll take more severe action, including issuing strikes or terminating a channel altogether.
And by the way, this is not something where we can all agree on what the definition of harassment
Right.
is. This is essentially, hey, we're going to kick you off this platform if somebody feels harassed. Let's be fair. Let's be fair here. Literally everyone feels attacked. It's literally a meme at this point as people go, I feel personally attacked, LOL. But that stemmed from an entire culture of people going, that tweet. Even if, like, you notice, because I've noticed this on Twitter now. When it comes to Twitter, I've noticed you get in a lot less trouble if you don't tag people.
Of course.
Like I can write like, Royce is a fucking homo, and I'll get in less trouble. If I tag Royce and go, you fucking homo, it's like an automatic ban. But like with YouTube now, they're saying like you can't even vaguely discuss your dislike of somebody. You're out. It's going to be a personal attack.
It continues. Addressing toxic comments. We know the comments section is an important place for fans to engage with creators and each other. At the same time, we heard feedback. They heard feedback that comments are often where creators and viewers encounter harassment. This behavior not only impacts the person targeted by the harassment, but can also have a chilling effect on the entire conversation. To combat this, we remove comments that clearly violate our policies, over 16 million in the third quarter of this year, specifically due to harassment. The policy updates we've outlined above will also apply to comments, so we expect this number to increase in the future quarters. Beyond comments that we remove, we also empower creators to further shape the conversation on their channels and have a variety of tools that help when we're not sure a comment violates our policies. But it seems potentially inappropriate. We give creators the option to review it before it's posted on the channel, so the algorithm's going to be catching them. Results among early adopters were promising. Channels that enabled the feature saw a 75% reduction in user flags on comments. Early this year, we began to turn these settings on by default for most creators. We've continued to fine-tune. They have. I think they turned it on for our channel because I get a lot of people that are commenting and saying their comment doesn't show up. We've continued to fine-tune our systems to make sure we catch truly toxic comments, not just anything that is negative or critical, and feedback from the creators has been positive. Last week, we began turning this feature on by default. Default for YouTube's largest channels, with most active comment sections, and roll out most channels by the end of the year, which is in a month. To be clear, creators can opt out if they choose to leave this feature enabled. They still have ultimate control over which comments are held and can appear. The problem is it's so many. Even we're a smaller channel, but even that, it's tough. You can't approve every comment. It's too many.
No, it's insane. I mean, even if you're not as like this channel's not very big, but if the channel's half as big as this, the comments pour in, especially on certain videos. You don't have time to fucking.
Alternative creators can also ignore held comments altogether they prefer. All of these updates represent another step towards making sure we protect the YouTube community. We expect there will continue to be healthy debate over some of the decisions we have and appeals process in place if creators believe we've made the wrong call on a video. They never. I'm still waiting. I am still waiting for my appeal. For my appeal on the Andrew Clavin video. And I made that 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks ago now? But 2 weeks ago.
And they said what up to
a week.
Up to a week. So they're just holding that one.
Yeah. As we make these changes, it's vitally important that YouTube remain a place where people can express a broad range of ideas. You can't make these changes and then tell people they can express a broad range of ideas. And we'll continue to protect discussion on matters of public interest and artistic expression. So that little line there is very key. We'll continue to protect discussion of matters of public interest, news. You see what that is? That public interest. That's a loophole for CBS, CNN, all the news sites. The news sites could show somebody getting fucking massacred, getting shot in the head.
Yeah.
And it'll be fine because it's public interest. And then artistic expression. What does that mean? Artistic expression means the Vandis Owens and the channels that are a little verified, the Phil DeFrancos. Oh, well, it's just an artistic expression.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Vandis Owens, I was watching some videos last night trying to do prep before I went to bed, and I found, it's Christmas time. A lot of commercials run on these videos. The latest Google Pixel commercial is
on her video, of course.
It's her.
Oh, it's her in the video. Okay.
They paid her for a Google Pixel commercial. Like they're keep telling me that they're not pushing this girl to the moon. I just remembered and I had to find it, but I sent you a link in case you wanted to check it out. But it's literally her going like, somebody like, how's van life? And she's like, tell me what time to be there and I'll do it. Hey, Google, how do I get to ba-ba-ba? And then it's her driving around in her van. But keep telling me that they're not rolling these people out, artificially propping them up, and then trying to push out all the people that built this platform.
We also believe these discussions can be had in ways that invite participation. Look at what they're doing. They're telling you how you need to speak to each other. So we believe these discussions can be had in ways that invite participation and expression. We also believe these discussions can be had. We are also committed to continue revisiting our policies regularly to ensure that they are preserving the, and I'm shit you not, magic of YouTube, while also living up to the expectation of our community. Matt Halprin, Vice President, Global Head of Trust and Safety.
And, I want to go back to something else you pointed out that they said, that the language that really bothers me. People that persistently brush up against our anti-harassment policy. Like, do you understand, like, if this were, because this is a job, whether you think it's a job or not, this is a contract between us and a company, we're delivering a product, whatever. If this were an employer, they wouldn't be able to write a policy that way. They'd be open to so many lawsuits. You can't just open up. You can't start a policy and go like, yeah, guys, look, if sexual harassment's wrong. Sexual harassment's wrong in the workplace. If you constantly brush up against maybe possibly sexually harassing people, then I'm afraid I'm going to have to fire you. You
right.
Get a lawyer and you go like, no, you can't fire me for brushing up against a rule.
Right. So here's what happened. So they posted this on Twitter. They've been clarifying stuff with some questions and answers. So this is Team YouTube, the people that never respond to us. When will YouTube start enforcing the updated harassment policy? Answer. The answer is we'll gradually ramp up enforcement in the coming months, starting today. Videos that violate new aspects of the policy may be removed, but you won't receive strikes.
Oh, well, hey, thanks. Well, at least there's that, right? Cool.
Why are we updating the harassment policy? Answer. We recognize that harassment hurts both those that are targeted in our community by discouraging people from sharing opinions and engaging with each other. We want to better protect the community's rights to feel at home on YouTube.
No, YouTube. It's your policies. It's the way you're setting this place up that we're all afraid to have an open exchange of ideas and dialogue. Like it's your rules that are doing that. Have we ever put anyone in danger ever in the history of the show?
I don't believe we
have. We ever in our lives condoned violence against people?
No, of course not.
Have we ever tried to whip people up into a frenzy to harm? Like, we goof off, man. We tell jokes. There's very little difference between our show and the stuff they do on Gas Digital or what Opie and Anthony used to do. We might lean a little more politically against, where they're aligned, but that's the only sin we've ever committed here.
What should I do if I feel like I'm being harassed? And then if you feel you're being harassed on YouTube, please report it. And then there's a link to report it. And this is my favorite one. This is the one that I really wanted to cover. Is humor / satire not allowed?
This is a good answer.
Answer. During review, we consider whether a video's purpose is educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic satire, comedy, or music, e.g., diss tracks. May be considered artistic, but that's not a free pass to harass someone. Remember, context is key.
Wait, I gotta do it like what? But that is not a free pass to harass someone.
Remember, context is key.
Royce, I have a question.
Sure.
I'd like to submit a question to the floor. Who decides what the context is?
The ADL, the SPSC.
Okay, cool. So we're just gonna keep going right back around to that circle. Got it.
So basically what that means, context is key. They never take, at least for us and for other channels, they never take context in that we're a comedy show, for example, into the equation when we say something, we're joking. The Andrew Klavan video, for example, is a perfect example of the context of that video was us fucking going, holy shit, can you believe he's saying this, and laughing at him.
We were literally being anti-genocide. That was probably, as far as content on this show, that was probably the most Muslim-friendly coverage we ever did in our lives. We were basically, and Christians. We were like, oh no, there's a whole bunch of Muslim and Christian countries around Israel, and whether he was joking or not, Andrew Klavan was like, what do you guys think? What if we just nuked the Middle East and gave it all to Israel?
I have
and we
an
were
idea,
like,
though.
what?
Scribbling Scribe's got a really good point. So if we're going to critique somebody, all we have to do is have a beat behind it and call it a diss track.
That's true.
If we're going to critique somebody, we'll play like a Mobb Deep beat behind it, and we'll just rap it a little bit.
Like, yo, Dork Lord, he the spaghetti king. He's, I don't know.
You're not good at it.
I'm not good at rapping, but you do some spaghetti stuff.